Hello and welcome. In this video, we're gonna take a look at how to unwrap the character we created in the previous video. So this is gonna be a short video, and in the last video, I kind of made a mistake. So I will explain to you later. And first, take a look at what is unwrapping. Unwrapping is a method that used to map a 3D mesh into a 2D surface, basically a texture. So you can see them in a globe, a world globe. In that case, or paper and cut and paste into the surface of the sphere. That's basically what we're doing here. And also you can remember gift wrapping and also the cubes when we are using as a dice in a game like Snake and Ladder. So if that makes sense, so let's get started. The first thing you have to do is apply the mirror modifier. So then go to the hair and join the two meshes with Control J, or you can use Control P and parent object. So once you done that, go to UV editing. So when you go there, you can see my ink is already unwrapped, but you are not. So there are actually a few different methods to unwrap. Basically normal unwrap, what we're using here. So and we have Smart UV project and also some other fighters. So in this case, I used both because I made a mistake, as I mentioned. So the next thing you have to do is hide the unwanted part. Hover mouse over to it and hit L to select the linked parts of that mesh. Then press H. Basically, what we are doing in unwrapping is in Blender, we are making seams. So seams is a cut in a mesh. So you can do it by Control E and select mark seam, and before you do that, make sure you are in edge mode. Sometimes you can do it project selection mode as well. So what we have to do is basically cut the whole thing and make it flat on a 2D surface. In this case, I am unwrapping the head, so I make a mouse seams on chin and towards the neck, and I separate the neck and cut the back side of the head and make seams over the head. So it comes with experience, you will figure out when you practice more. So to unwrap, again press U, so make sure you select the whole part you want to unwrap. So or select all by A, or select L to unwrap. So you can see it comes with two different parts. So next I think is stretchiness. So stretchiness shows us that which parts are too stretchy and which parts are totally fine. So if you have a red color, you have some very stretchiness, and if you have darker blue color, it will perfectly flat on the 2D surface. But if you have between color from red to blue, it means have some sort of stretchiness. So you don't have to be perfect, but you get more blue color in there. You have more details when you are painting the character. So, and you can also make seams in the image editing, but you have to be careful because in the both method you have to be careful, so otherwise it will be intersect with the parts we unwrap. So that's something we don't want. So if your character is totally like me, you can follow the as I am unwrapping, or you can use your imagination. And hand, I just make a seam around the simple. So you can go more, but I think it is enough. And so go to the shore, I make seams, go to the other side as well, because we already mirrored the object. So sometimes what you do might not perfect method, so you can figure it out later. So just think about the separate objects. So how this thing made. It's better to have your separate parts of your mesh is to be connected. That's will easier to select and hide unwanted parts. So let's go to shirt. In this case, you can use the visual cards using in your clothes as it seems. So I kind of delete the edge, so I think that's unwanted first. So I make a whole scene and separate the buckle, as you can see. I go to the short, because sometimes you can't imagine what it's gonna be at the first time. The more you do, you more get experience and you will figure out on your own. So that's kind of makes sense. So let's go to here, select that and select inverse. So with that method we can select the whole thing inverse except the hair. So and this is the part I mentioned I kind of messed up. So because of that I separate one part of the hair without keeping it one object, and kind of trying to make that thing that's not working. So what I did was try to make the back side just open and select the front part of it and use smart UV project option. That is not perfect, but I don't think that's gonna much of a sense in this low poly character. So when you do smart UV project, you make sure to keep the distance, otherwise it will be kind of intersecting with islands. And also I'm making a vertex group to select the front hair part, so we can hide that if we want. Move it to the somewhere tool, we can select easily. So we can select easily because we are making a vertex group. So when you select all and U to unwrap and unhide the hair again. And the next start is placing the whole thing in the proper positions. So we have to also make much space between the islands. So some cases we can use overlapping because it's a mirrored object. I think in this case we can't. And also if you are scaling something, you have to scale with the wrist. In this case I don't do it in the hair because hair was a separate object when we're creating this. we can't get the or actual size of that object. So if you want to see how our character is unwrapped, so you can do it by go to shading tab and create a new image node and give a resolution as you want. I again use 248 and select UV grid and connect it to the base color. So if you don't make sense, don't care about this, I will explain it later. So in that case, we can see how our map is unwrapped. Not perfect, especially with the hair. So otherwise, I think that's kind of good actually. Alright, that's it the video. So thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe, share, like, and also, so if you want to know about the different way to create hair in even in this low poly character, there's lots of ways to do that. So if you want to know, please let me know in the comments, so I can work on that. So I will definitely do if you want, and I will see you in the next video. And next video we're gonna paint this guy. So, and also if you want to know about baking, I don't think I don't know do baking to this character, but if you want, and also please make sure to put in the comments, and also that hair thing. So right, bye.